What's going on, everybody? This is Alex KGB, and today we're gonna be talking about new survival mode. This is currently in beta. On the background of this video, you can see me playing Fallout 4. I am actually playing survival beta right now, and I'll be commenting on some things that happen in the game, and also expressing my opinion overall about the survival mode. Alright, so currently you see I am basically offloading everything I can to the metal box because your ability to carry things around was significantly reduced in this survival mode. So you have to be really light. You would have to choose a specific weapon or two that you want to carry with you. And basically drop everything else and leave it somewhere. So if you start in survival mode right now, or you're planning to have a survival mode beta and play in that mode, you have to remember that you won't be able to carry around much unless you'll focus on strengths, and you will actually take perks that allow you to carry more stuff. I currently don't have any, and my weight capability dropped from 360 to 222, which is not a lot, absolutely. So I'm basically offloading everything. Now, what I'm thinking about the game overall in the experience, it changed completely. So you're not able to fast travel anymore. There are a couple instances where you can. I'll tell you later about them. But you're not able to fast travel anymore. You are getting hungry, you're getting thirsty all the time. If you're overweight, you're losing hit points if you walk in too much, and you will get limb damage of your legs if you're walking overweight constantly. There's a lot of things going on. The game feels completely different. I started playing, actually I beat the game 4 times with the Institute, with the Minutemen, with the Railroad, with the Brotherhood. So 4 times I played this game, and I regret that this mode wasn't available at the very beginning, because that would be a completely different game. It changed so much. And you also have to sleep in this game, and there's no saving anymore. In order for you to save the game, you have to sleep at least an hour, and that's where you save. That's how you save. So if you're proceeding to a boss fight, you would have to have a bed somewhere nearby just to sleep over and start the fight, and then you'll have to beat the mission. If there's no bed, you'll have to beat the mission basically on like from the start to the end without dying, which is kind of difficult not to die. So as I said, you'll be getting hungry constantly, you'll be getting thirsty constantly, you can get sick. There's so many things happening in this game right now, and it is kind of focused around survivability a lot more in this survival mode than, you know, previous survival mode, or any point of the game. It wasn't as difficult as now, and there's also a lot focused on getting around and saving the game. All right, so here you can see I am going. So as I was saying, I beat the game 4 times, and then I loaded one of my characters at level 40, and I am redoing an automatron quest. Here everyone is still at peace, but we discovered everyone. So the Institute, the Minutemen, the Railroad, the Brotherhood. It's not the past point where there's actually war happening, but you know. So I have to tell you, the traveling time increased greatly. I mean, you'll have to, getting from point A to point B is pretty hard. And what I discovered that, well, first of all, I used vertibird grenades here a lot. Like everything I had, I almost already spent on just doing like first 3 quests, that part of the automatron. Just getting around, going around getting the beacons from the bots, basically. Then you can fast travel into the Institute from any point of the map. And then when you travel out of Institute, you can only travel into CIT ruins. So I feel like if you're playing the game, you beat the game, and you did it with the Institute, then you'll have to have a settlement somewhere next to the Institute with your supplies, where you have doctor, because you will need that, where you have water production and food and everything. Otherwise, getting from the Institute to Sanctuary to grab supplies, you might die on your way there because of, because of hunger, or you get too thirsty. It actually, as you can see, my action points dropping, and then your health dropping. Like, you can get pretty exhausted, I guess, to the point that you actually can die because you were not having enough water. You didn't have water on you, and you were traveling. So that's completely different, right? So as I was saying, having a settlement somewhere next to the Institute, if you're beating the game with the Institute, seems like a great idea. So not too bad. I mean, it's in the center of the map. You can travel basically any location from the Institute. It might take a while, but not as long as from getting from the Sanctuary to GNC Gunners. Absolutely not. You're in the middle of the map. Traveling back is kind of okay as well. You have to have settlement nearby. That's one scenario how I see it. Other one, if you're finish the game with Brotherhood, and then you just stack on Vertibird Grenade, and that's what I did. I had a bunch here. As I said, Institute is still there, Brotherhood still there, and I just was constantly calling Vertibird to get from point A to point B, because those quests for Automatron are pretty scattered. I didn't die once. I played for 1 hour and 40 minutes and beat like 3 or 4 quests as part of Automatron. I didn't die once, but there are a couple of instances that, a little bit more and I would have ended up dead. So definitely it's really easy to die here. Now, traveling with Vertibird is a great thing, I believe. Like, I can't imagine someone beating the game from the very beginning in this survival mode, because traveling around, you would just, with me, was developed settlements level 40 with food and water available. I still struggled. I had to constantly drink. And what I found was water, I traveled back to Institute from here to save and to get supplies. And what was funny, I bought Institute clear water. I think it's a bug. I drank like 8 bottles of it and nothing happened. I still was thirsty. And then I traveled outside of the Institute. I went to the river. I drank from the river. Now I wasn't suffering because I was thirsty, but I got sick. And I needed to see a doctor to get the infection out. Isn't that crazy? Alright, so here you can see I'm moving into Automatron Factory, General Atomics Factory, to get the first part of the Automatron quest of the robot. So my companion is already dead. I don't have any supplies to fix her. And I'm fighting this legendary super mutant butcher. You can see he almost killed me. And also, I'm just gonna say that you have to have a great weapon. You have to have a great weapon for this survival mode. I have a minigun that makes people bleed. And everyone bleeds in this game. Robots, super mutant, vertebrates, everyone and everything bleeds. So having a minigun that make your enemies bleed, this is actually what helped me to beat this level, where you actually meet the first Autobot that you have to kill, that have that part necessary for the quest. So without it, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible until unless you have nukes that you can throw, but nukes are heavy. It's very heavy to carry nukes around. Actually, one thing I didn't tell in this, I kind of told about it in the beginning, but I wasn't very specific. Everything has weight now in this survival mode. Your bullets, your stim packs, your aid packs, whatever, blood packs, your rockets, and the heavier your supplies, more it's gonna wait. So carrying out fusion cores, you can't carry too much. I had like 47, and I had to drop like 40 of it, or because I couldn't carry stuff around, right? So if you're planning into going into survival mode, first of all, don't start from the very beginning of the game. It's gonna be impossible to beat this game unless like you're a super maniac who's crazy. I don't know, you have to like sit at sanctuary producing water more than you're able to drink, and I don't even know, like build like just several stores with general supplies, and I don't even know how you can beat this game from the very start. So me being level 40 here, unless I would have this bleeding minigun, I don't know what should I like. What kind of weapon could do the same thing? Maybe some melee weapon. I don't know, but it's hardly you're gonna survive this robot in melee fight. Maybe a couple fat mans. I don't know, but it's too heavy, as I said. Anyways, so you have to be prepared. You have to be prepared. You have to have enough supplies. You have to have good weapon. You probably want to focus on strengths, as I said, to add more carry weight. And then as your companion, if you're already the Automatron, definitely maybe modifying Mr. Handy or any other robot to have the capability of carrying weight around you and help you is going to be a big plus as well. Alright, so to kind of sum everything up and the overall conclusion on the new survival beta for Fallout 4. It is great. It does need some improvement, like little bugs, for example, why Institute water doesn't get rid of the dehydration. And I think it should be the best water out there. Maybe a little more balance on how fast you get hungry or thirsty or, you know, tired, off sleep. It wouldn't be that annoying. Also, the carrying capability, I do understand, you know, you can't carry too much stuff on you, but maybe having the newer companions to be able to carry more stuff, or having a car. I mean, having a vehicle overall would be a great idea for this game, because Vertibirds are kind of limited in its only Brotherhood thing. Institute, that supposedly has radio all over the place, have to teleport you all over the place, doesn't work anymore, so you kind of can go only back to the Institute or outside of it, right outside, but nowhere else. So having like maybe a variety of cars, motorcycles in the game that can take damage, they could be blown up, but also have like a capability where you can put your stuff, like a minigun in the trunk, and ammo, and Fat Man nukes. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Distribute them, like, you know, add several spots maybe in Diamond City, and it would need gas, and etc, etc, etc. I mean, the whole thing would be so much better, because imagine Preston Garvey constantly giving you quests on saving settlements here and there and over there and all the way across the map, and then you have to go and kill some raiders and then report back to him. It's a mess. I mean, the main reason why I would take Preston Garvey with me, if he gives me those quests, just to finish them up faster. I can't be like walking for an hour from one point of the map to another without having any alternative to travel faster. I would definitely take Garvey with me, because I mean, it seems the only logic way to finish and go through those quests faster. Well, also, I mean, would be something that I would love to see is a system like in Fallout 2, and I'm not gonna go into dialogues and the RPG momentum, and you know, that's a separate conversation on its own, but at least having something more than just a perk that you pick up with a level, maybe, you know, also set of skill points that you can put into your skills and improve them, not like by percentage, but just, you know how it is, right? Fallout 2 had a great system that had, your ability to use different types of weapons, lockpicking, science, etc., etc. But on top of it, there were perks, and also all the parameters like strengths, luck, endurance, all the good stuff. Alright, so again, if that was available at the beginning of Fallout 4, like after level 20, that would be a completely different game. I mean, it's still not balanced, it's still a little annoying because of the distances and how often you have to eat and drink. I think it all can be fixed, but if that was available earlier, that would have been absolutely different Fallout. And still can be. I mean, it still can be. You will definitely have to have a good weapon to play the new survival mode. You will definitely have to have several settlements that are pretty established with stores and supply of water and food, and you know, somewhere you can save, and that is not way too far from your quest spot. And it doesn't mean that you can't save somewhere close to the quest. I mean, with the automatron, when you clean out the outpost, there's a tank and the bed right next to that tank, right outside of the outpost. You can sleep there and go and beat the quest, but you know, it's not always going to be available. So having the build set of settlements around with doctors and general stores is definitely something you would have to consider before starting this game. Also, as I said, a good amount of ammo, something really lethal that you can kill your enemies pretty quick, and you will have to be careful in the fights, absolutely, because if you've been watching what's going on the background, Fallout 4, the game that I was playing, couple good hits from a legendary enemy, a super mutant, can knock you out from 100 HP, 100% HP to 10 HP in a matter of 5-6 seconds, right? Or a fat man, a raider with a fat man sending in mini nuke in your way, blowing you into pieces. And like before, if you know, running around with power armor, you could definitely just run in and tank people, but not anymore. Power armor is more of a necessity now than a luxury, so you definitely have to have it when you're doing quests in this new survival mode. I think that's pretty much it. That covers my overall impression, the things that did change. By the way, right now I am going and talking to Ada. As you remember, she got killed when there was a fight going on with super mutants, and then she disappeared because I didn't have any repair kit on me, and she basically walked back to the settlement all the way from the Atomics factory, General Atomics factory, to Sanctuary. So imagine me being there. I can't finish the quest until I speak with her and build whatever things she needs to get built in her head, like a raider. You have to walk back to the Sanctuary and then build it and then go on another quest. I mean, Vertiburst Grenade saved hell a lot of time and saved a lot of cores, because imagine you're running all the time across the map. You're gonna spend all your cores just, I don't know, doing Preston Garvey's another settlement and trouble quests. Well, I think this is pretty much it. That's the summary of it. Please leave in the comments your thoughts. If you already played the DLC and the survival mode, how did you like it, or you didn't? What would you improve? You know, the things that you think could be done better, maybe things you liked or you didn't like. And of course, if you did enjoy this video, please hit like, subscribe. This was Alex KGB. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.